And welcome back, folks. For those of you that were part of our new distributor training this morning, it's now the top of the hour, 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to do our regular first Saturday of the period team meeting, and this will be recorded. And so we'll go through a couple of things here. What I like to do at the beginning of every single period, and I encourage you to do the same thing, is to map out what you're going to do in your Zija business for the next 4 cycles, the next 4 weeks. Because we build our business one day at a time, one cycle at a time, a week at a time. Zija cycles, Zija weeks start on Saturday morning and on Friday night. We do it one period at a time, 4 cycles, and then we do it 90 days at a time. And these are just the ways to kind of break time down into manageable segments, if you will. Because everything that every successful person in this profession understands, it's very difficult to focus on a 3 to 5 year game plan. I can tell you right now that if you have that vision, 3 to 5 year game plan, you can change your life. Okay, I had that experience myself. The first time, my first foray into this industry, I spent 10 years with in my first entry into network marketing. 2 years with the first company, great training ground, excellent company, wrong timing. Transitioned in year 3 to another company. That company, and to kind of give you some examples of the the lifespan, if you will, the growth perspective, if you will, of a network marketing company. The very first company was 5 years. It had just completed its 5th year when I joined that company. So it was a relatively young company. It had some tremendous success, but it because of its youthfulness, because of how young a company it was, it experienced some challenges that almost took that company to its knees. It almost went out of business. It took 7 years more for that company to come back to the level it was at. And today, that company, now in business almost 40 years, it last year did over $4 billion in sales. Had I had the ability to be able to stand the test of time, the 7 years that it took for that company to recover from mistakes it made and then to get back to where it was, I could today be part of a $4 billion a year company. I didn't have that time. Joined a second company. Second company had been in business 17 years when I had joined that company. And we took that company to $500 million a year within the first 4 years I was with that company. That company had a lot of challenges, but it's an example of how a mature company with the right field leadership can do some incredible things. It's one of the greatest fallacies of the network marketing profession that you want to be the first person in with a brand new company, because 99.999% of the network marketing companies that have ever existed are no longer in business, which means that it's virtually impossible to pick a brand new company and expect it to be the company that will become part of that 24 legacy companies in the network marketing profession. I stayed out of the industry for close to 10 years before rejoining a network marketing company, Zija International. And all I can say is that I knew enough about the industry to know what to look for in a company and what to avoid in a company. And every single thing that I saw, and there were lots of companies that prospected me over those years, they failed in one or more of the critical ingredients necessary for long-term success in a network marketing company. Zege International was the company that I came out of retirement for. Now, Zege has been in business now, I believe about 12, 13 years. November of 2005 is the official launch date of Zege. It had been in business a little over 2 years when I joined, and it was a really small company. It took a couple of, was probably 3, almost 4 years of my tenure in Zege before we actually went into our first momentum curve. And then, like lots of companies, we've had some adjustments, some corrections that were necessary to carry us to the next level. Today in Zege International, you are at that sweet spot. A very mature company with absolutely impeccable corporate leadership, products, infrastructure, all the things that a truly successful network marketer would look for. If you look at the tenure of Zege, and I made this comment in our previous session, the Saturday morning new distributor training that preceded this presentation, I made the comment that Zege has been built on non-network marketers. There's only a couple of people that really have had any tenure in the industry. We didn't start attracting truly successful network marketers to our company up till about 18 to 24 months ago. Okay, but there's a reason why these folks are coming to Zege. We've had some people leave Zege, all right, but they don't represent that higher level of understanding of what creates success in a network marketing business. Now, today we are at literally the beginning, the pre-launch of what will be Zege 2.0, if you will, the real Zege. Anybody in the industry, and there's many people, besides myself, that have had tremendous success in this profession. But if you look at those people, the vast majority of them joined their companies when they were somewhere in that lead-up stage, that 100 million a year, 200 million a year. The growth from 100 million a year to 500 million a year, if you can find a company that can go beyond that, that's where the fortunes are made. That's where the most successful people in the industry have joined their respective companies, and that's where you are today. Now, today is Saturday, day one of cycle one of period 138. We've been able to close the books on what was really a great period. Last period was phenomenal. There was all kinds of new business generated because of our new CBD product and pre-orders and so on. This particular period 138, is an incredibly significant period, because within the next 4 weeks, we will be doing the official launch of our brand new CBD product. That one product, and here I'm quoting Pat Anderson. Many of you know Pat Anderson. She's a diamond elite with the company. She's a multiple 7-figure earner with Zege. She's got the fastest growing organization within the company, hands down. And I will quote her. She believes she can double the size of her business this year with this one product. That should be more than enough to instill in your, give you that mindset that we are smack dab at the very leading edge of a gold rush. There's really no other way to describe it. It's a gold rush. You need to stake your claim. This particular period is going to be a pivotal period in Zege, and it can be in your personal business if you engage. Do the things that are necessary to establish yourself, to stake out your claim in this gold rush. So, a couple of things for you. Product of the period. Let's talk about that a little bit. It's our newly reformulated Ripsticks Recover product. If you haven't tried that product, you really need to do so. many of you know, I use, an incredible amount of Zija products. I mean, I don't even want to think about how much Zija products I use, from a cost perspective, and I don't. Okay, I order the products that I use. I keep a small supply of them. It's one of the concepts was taught to me from the very beginning. Use the products every day. Use all the products every day. If you want to be successful in this business, then be part of the product base, of the consumer base. Now, let me tell you who loves how much product I use. David Moses. David loves that because look at all the amount of additional income he gets just from my use. Okay, and I use everything. This is limitless. Every day I'm using, Supermix, XM Plus, Triotic, Elevate. I lose track of the Prime. I mean, there's very few products I don't use. The essential oils. I don't know if you can see my diffuser over there in the corner. Let's see if we can. There you go. Now I see it. I have 3 diffusers that are running pretty much around the clock in the house, right? Every one of the, my mom's on the products. We consume it, the skin care, the hair care, the body care, all that stuff is being used on a daily basis. Now, some people say, well, I can't afford to use all that product. Okay, well, maybe you can't afford to use all of it right now, but you should be using as much as you can. Okay, here's the converse of that. Do I consume all that product because I can afford to, or can I afford to because I use it all? All right, here's another way to look at it. Use only the products that you want to sell. Okay, just use the products you want to sell. If you only want to sell Supermix, just use Supermix. That's the only one you need to use. Okay, me personally, I like to be able to share my personal experience on all of the products because I know that everybody in my organization is going to use some product, and if I can share other products, they might use those products too. The product of the period is an incredible way for you to get additional, first of all, for you to use more products at a reduced price. Typically, you're looking at about a 50% reduction for whatever the product of the period is. It's an incredible way for you to increase consumption within your organization by promoting the product of the period. Everybody that's eligible is going to get a code, but here's the back end of that. The only way that you can be eligible to get that huge price reduction on the product of the period is for you to have been qualified in the previous period, that you made at least a 75 PV purchase during the previous period. So it's a great way to encourage people this period to make sure that they've gotten at least one serving a day of Supermix, that they purchased that during this period, so they can be eligible for next period's product of the period. We are, for those of you that were part of the Zija Rewards Premium subscription, where you get your monthly shipment for free. The shipping is free. You were able to pre-order the new CBD patches, I believe up to 3 cases, 3 months worth. Those of you that were part of Team 500, Team 1000, you also got to pre-order. Those should be shipped this week. That was my understanding, and maybe there's somebody here that might be able to help me with that. But that was my understanding. If you can, give me a heads up. I believe it was the 25% off. Thank you, Lorraine. It's 25% off on the Recover product. I use that Recover product 3 times a week, okay, on gym days. It's incredible. I got to tell you, we ran out of Recover fortunately, I stockpile, a small amount of inventory. So I was only without Recover, I believe, for, I think it was only like 2 or 3 gym sessions, but man, did I hate life. That stuff is incredible. Now, I'm an old guy, all right? I'm an old guy. Sharita, you got your CBD oils today? Woohoo! Okay, Sharita, would you give out your address? Because everybody wants to come over to your house and get a sample. Just kidding, sweetie. No, the CBD patches should be shipped today. Those of you who are part of the Team 500, Team 1000, you also got the ability to pre-order those products. The next ordering time will be at the regionals. So let me make a note about that. Regionals are coming up in 2 weeks and 3 weeks. Okay, so the 16th of March in the Dallas Plano area, the 23rd of March in Cincinnati. I will be in attendance at both of those regionals. Please do me the kindness, if you would, of tracking me down at those regionals and introducing yourself. I would very much consider it a privilege and a favor if you would do that for me, to introduce yourself so I get a chance to meet you face to face. Number two, if you're not already registered for those regional events, do whatever you can to get there. Okay, that will be the next opportunity for people to order the new CBD product. And here's the word that I'm getting. It is unlikely that you will be able to order this product until after the 1st of April. Okay, if you weren't part of the first pre-order launch, if you're not part of the people at the regional events, it is unlikely you will be able to order this product until well after the 1st of April. So do whatever you can to be there. If you're at those events, you will get the most in-depth information and training from our, Dr. Joshua Plant, our scientific advisory board. That's where you're going to get all the information that you need to promote this product. And quite frankly, if you're not there, you're going to be setting your business back. Okay, this is a gold rush. Stake your claim with our CBD product on the next generation of Zija leadership, and do your very best to be there. Now, there will be at each event a special session and special recognition for all the members of the organization that last period, were part of the Team 500 and the Team 1000. Now, if you don't know what that is, open up your impact comp plan training. Team 1000, Team 500, what that really means is that in last period 137, you had personal customers, okay, not distributors, customers that created volume, either 500 PV in volume or 1000 PV in volume. And being part of that, the company then, the reward for sharing our product is that the company is going to give you free product. If you're a Team 500 member, you're going to receive 75 PV or $100 worth of Zija product on your regular monthly Zija rewards purchase. If you're part of Team 1000, you're going to get $200 or 150 PV free product. I'm always Team 1000. Okay, Zija sends me my first 2 cases of Super Mix or Super Mix and XM Plus on them. Okay, and let me tell you what I like better than Zija products: free Zija products. I mean, that's even better, right? So there are many advantages to doing the deal. One of them is, for those of you who were part of the Team 500, Team 1000, you will have a special session. I believe it's like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning on each one of those regional events, where you will have a private session with Dr. Joshua Plant and a couple of the other members of the Scientific Advisory Board. A small meeting where you will be able to ask questions and be, upfront and personal with the leadership of the company, and get the first, the first opportunity to be able to get that information on the CBD products. There'll be other recognition on stage for you. You're going to have preferred seating, upfront seating. Lots of different things come from doing the deal. Now, I had a question, actually a couple of times this week. Do I have any inside information on upcoming promotions and that sort of thing? The answer is no, I don't. And if I did, I wouldn't say, okay, simply because there's a purpose behind the settings of events. But I don't have any information, so I don't have to, like, withhold that information. What I can share with you, for instance, this is an upcoming promotion, is that if you were Team 500 or Team 1000 last period, you get these special considerations at the event: special recognition, special seating, private session with the Scientific Advisory Board. Now, that was announced last period. Did I know that was going to happen in advance? No. Did I know how to take advantage of that? Yes. Do what we're supposed to be doing anyway. Share the product, share the opportunity, teach others to do the same. So this upcoming period, here's what I would like you to focus on. Be engaged in the process of building your business. Like, this next 4 weeks can double or triple or quadruple your income in the next 12 months. But it's only these 4 weeks. These are the only 4 weeks that you have an opportunity to double, triple, or quadruple this year's income. And if your focus is like that, then you will be right on track, and it's going to make any difference what special promotions come and go, what special events happen, whatever. It won't make any difference at all, because you will be doing the activities that will qualify you for all of those things. You don't have to worry about what you didn't know. Focus on the next 4 weeks like it is the most important 4 weeks of your ZJ career. So with that, I've shared more than I know. That's probably not uncommon. Let's see here. I'll open up for any questions here. Yay, Sharita. Let's see. Home ever gets their patch first, please videotape yourself putting it on. Send it to me. Right now on Facebook, there is a tremendous amount of promotion going on. I don't see it because, quite honestly, I spend all of about 3 minutes a day on Facebook. Okay, but I've seen enough to know that there's a lot of promotion going on. There's a lot of stories, testimonials already coming on about the results of who can do this business. Well, that's a good question, Lorraine. Who can do this business? Let's see if I can frame that up correctly. Who can do this business? Anybody of average intelligence can do this business. It is more important why than how. Okay? Anybody can do this business. And here, I'm going to say of average intelligence. Now, unfortunately, I don't know about Canada. In the United States, what goes for average intelligence these days is appalling. Okay, all you got to do is watch the news. But the fact of the matter is, anybody can do this business. It is not dependent upon age. We have very young people doing this business. We have diamonds that are in their 20s. We have diamonds that are in their 70s. Okay, it's not dependent upon gender. We have some of our top income earners are women. Some of our top income earners are men. It's not dependent upon education. We have people that barely graduated from high school. We've got people that have high-level PhD doctorate degrees. Okay, here's what's interesting. We have people that have high-level, PhD and doctorate degrees that aren't doing this business, that can't do this business. Okay, but we've got people that have high school educations and blue-collar backgrounds that are killing it in this business. So it really has nothing to do with your educational status, location, okay? Where, we've got people that are diamonds in our business that live in small rural communities. We have people that are diamonds in our business that live in large metropolitan areas. We have, and actually in Zija, we've got many, 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 many diamonds that have no previous experience in network marketing. Okay, so the answer to the question is, to the question, who can do this business? The answer is anybody, independent of circumstances, connections, previous experience, education. We've got tall people, short people, good-looking people, ugly people. We got smart people, we got dumb people. Okay, it doesn't make any difference. Here's the real issue. Okay, and I always appreciate you, Lorraine. Some of you should be noting some of the things that she's doing here, because she's got this thing going on. Here's the real key. Why will always be more important than how. Okay, you're going to have to just trust me on that. If I had, the day I left my trucking job, back in the mid-'80s, to become a network marketing professional, to change my life, to create a lifestyle of time freedom and financial abundance, to be able to have the financial resources for me and my family, the financial resources to help out friends and other family in need, to drive cars I only dreamed about, vacation in places I only dreamed about. None of that seemed tangible to me back then. It was all a dream. Okay, if I had sat down and tried to figure out how am I going to ever accomplish that, how am I ever going to be in a position where I make more money in a month than I make in a year from my previous career, I wouldn't be able to figure out how that's going to happen. But something that really stuck in my mind very, very, almost at the very beginning of my career in this, or my tenure in this industry, was something was shared with me. Okay, why you do Zija is more important than how. Okay, how is that's going to change from person to person. Everybody does this a little bit differently. Okay, I do 99.9% of my Zija business, especially in the last couple of years, has been done right here. I do it from home, using Zoom video conferencing or the telephone. That's it. I spend no time in the field. Okay, I love the Zija regionals, because the Zija regionals allows me to meet all of the people in Zija, all the people in my personal organization that are doing the deal are going to be there. I mean, I should pay Zija for this, because what they're doing is they're creating an environment where everybody that I need to be with is there. I can fly in, 36 hours on the ground and back out. Okay, because some of it's very difficult for me to leave the house here with the needs of my mother. And so this makes it very easy on my caregivers, on my sister to fill in with me. This is a beautiful thing. I do 99.99% of my business is done from home. That's not how everybody else does it. How you do Zija is really going to be dependent upon you. Why you're doing Zija, that's the important issue. Okay, don't worry about how. How will always work its way out. If I had to figure out how is my young son going to be successful in life, I never would have been able to figure it out. Why was what I committed to. Okay, making sure that I could give him everything that I could to ensure that he could become everything that he could be. Why is more important than how. These are the critical ingredients that you have to be successful in our business. Willingness to work. Don't expect that you're going to get rich doing nothing. Nobody, unless you were born into it, got rich doing nothing. Number 2, be willing to learn. Be coachable. Listen to people that have come before you that can document their success. Do not spend any time listening to the people that are trying to sell you their knowledge. Okay? Because I guarantee you that there are people out there that have way more knowledge and experience that are willing to share it with you for free. Number 3, have a burning desire to succeed. Why is always going to be more important than how. Who can do this? Anybody can. And what do you need? Be willing to work, willing to learn, and have a burning desire to succeed. Any more questions here? And in mind, write down your why burning desire. Just to clarify, Sharita received her samples, not her pre-order. Oh, okay. So, Sharita, Mary's going to keep a bunch of people from having to drop by your house right now and try and steal your samples. All right. Very good. I think we're good for now. And appreciate all of you. Appreciate your feedback. I hope this has been helpful. This video, the next one, the one before this, will be posted up on the YouTube channel before I leave the house today. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Looking forward to seeing all of you in either Plano, Texas, or Cincinnati. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Take care now. We'll see you.